Hello, my name is Jordan and I am an energy and tarot reader. I have a collective message for you. This is pick a pile style, so tune in, use your intuition, pick your pile, and let's get started. What is an energy for you to leave this week? Ooh, right off the bat, we do have the Seven of Swords. What I'm getting with the Seven of Swords is, typically in tarot, it's about could be being deceitful. It could be moving too fast forward to where you're leaving things behind you. And when I'm getting this in this placement for this group specifically, when it comes to the Seven of Swords, it's very much like a mental game that you're playing with yourself. And again, this is what you're being asked to leave. It's like you're allowing your ego to kind of guide your mind, and it's not, I don't feel like it's in alignment with your body. I don't feel like it's in alignment with your soul. I really feel like what's happening is your ego is you're being deceitful toward yourself. I feel like your ego is feeding you these lies, and instead of, even though you have five, let's say it's for the 5 positive thoughts in his hand, there's 2 negative thoughts behind him. And what I'm getting, the message I'm getting from this is that you're looking back at those negative and you're not even realizing all the gratitude you could be having for the positive. Your ego's really wanting you to stay behind, especially as I see that you're gaining this momentum and you're really moving forward, especially in your mentality of, really starting to believe in yourself, getting like grounded in your self-esteem, grounded in your self-confidence and your self-trust and self-discipline. And all these things are happening, but your mindset it's taking a little second for your ego or for this mindset to kind of catch up. So even though you're striving forward, and I do want to, acknowledge that you are taking these steps forward, you're still a little bit, still looking back a little bit. I really do feel like that's coming from a place of ego. Let's see what else for energy to leave. Ooh, amazing. 2 of Pentacles. And the first major arcana, we have the Lovers. These coming out together, I'm going to read them together here. So when I see the 2 of Pentacles and then I see the Lovers together, 2 of Pentacles can talk about weighing 2 really good options in your hand, or just weighing 2 different paths, like where do you want to put your energy, is also what I'm getting in this placement, in this reading, in this position. Now with the Lovers can, of course, be talking about love. Maybe you have 2 great love offerings. I'm getting it's you and your higher self. I'm getting that story of, which wolf are you going to feed? And that's exactly what I'm seeing here, which makes sense with that 7 of Swords that we saw earlier. I feel like you're really trying to balance out and trying to decide who you are right now and which mouth you're going to feed. Is it going to be your higher self? Are you going to be giving that energy to your higher self? Or are you going to be giving it to the self that feels comfortable and the self that you've come to know? I really feel this tossing up and down of, oh my gosh, where do I go? How do I act? And it's just, again, because these thoughts are just sticking behind you and they keep trying to call you back and pull you back to this person or this version that you were as you're trying to let go. So that's energies to leave. Again, you're being asked to leave this uncertainty, this self-doubt, this comfortability, but this comfortability because it is keeping you small or it's holding you back. Beautiful. So now we're going to get into an energy to maintain. Oh, amazing. Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana. For me, the Wheel of Fortune can mean a multitude of different things, especially, the wheel turning. You, like I had said earlier in the 7 of Swords, you're moving forward. Even though you still have some resistance, and it's almost like you're going against, I'm getting the visual of you pushing against the wind, really trying to move forward. And what that Wheel of Fortune is saying, especially in this position, talking about energy to maintain, is even though you're feeling resistance, it's really important that you keep moving forward. Let that energy flow. Let that energy guide you. Let these new thoughts that are coming into your space, let them Give them the attention that they're seeking. It's almost like I'm seeing, a thought comes into your space, but it's an unusual thought. Maybe it could be like a grand idea or a dream that you maybe haven't given attention to, or it could be something that you're like, man, like for example, me starting a YouTube. I had this thought I should start a YouTube. I'm like, whoa, I've never had that thought before. I resisted it. I rejected it because it felt too big. It felt so foreign. And what you're being asked right now is to really let those thoughts move you forward. Acknowledge those thoughts. Because where those thoughts are going to leave you is bigger than where you've been. Let's see, what else do we have for energy to maintain? Ooh, 8 of Cups. I feel like you're really doing a good job at walking away from things that don't emotionally serve you. Even though sometimes walking away from those things puts you in a place of discomfort, could bring sadness, can bring in here in despair. I almost feel like you turning your back on those things that aren't serving you are putting you through like a depth or a darkness that is kind of hard to deal with. And I feel that with this energy. And so even though you might have had to walk away from friends or partners or opportunities or behaviors or patterns that have made you in the past feel good emotionally, or at least comfortable, as this wheel begins to turn, your emotions begin to turn with it, and your feelings of what leaves you satisfied continue to turn with it. And in that happening, you might be walking away from some things that used to bring you joy, that used to feel like the Wheel of Fortune, and they no longer are, and that's okay. And that's, again, an energy to maintain. So just trust this process. I know that this is probably an intense process, but you got to trust the process. What else? Okay. The Hermit. Another major arcana. And the Hermit is actually facing this 8 of Cups. Okay. The Hermit really talks about like spending time in solitude, really working internally, working on that dream, keeping your eyes on the prize, feeling really focused and supported by yourself. And it is facing the 8 of Cups. I'm going to show you again because this guy or this person is also holding a wand in the 8 of Cups, as is the Hermit, and they're facing each other. So yeah, you might be walking away sulking, but I feel like your higher self meets you right where you're at and is guiding you. And even though, like I said, it might be hard to leave these things in the past, once you really do fully turn your back on them, you'll be surprised how much you can actually support yourself. Especially if it is that you are leaving behind relationships or friendships or family that have been your backbone in the past or your support system. You are now your support system. You are the one that now has your back. So just trust that. Trust that maybe in the past you haven't had your back and you've relied on people for advice and you've relied on people to help, make it better or to give you like the words that you needed to hear. And that just might not be the case anymore. So you really you're being encouraged to step into a place where you allow yourself to show you where you're at, because you actually might be surprised at how much further you are and how much deeper your connection with yourself is. I think that's really beautiful. Okay, an energy to adopt. Ooh, 2 out. We have the Hierophant, another major arcana, and we have the 3 of Cups. The Hierophant can talk about having a mentor, looking up to a higher power, having faith in something beyond yourself. But for some reason in this placement, I'm getting that it's believing in like literally your higher self. Like I said, with this Hermit, giving yourself the opportunity to see what you're capable of and what you can do on your own. The Hierophant is really encouraging you to stand in your power and to be seen standing in your power. You can see the two gentlemen here watching the Hierophant. You know, and it also comes to like, let them see, let them judge if there's people you've walked away from and maybe they have something to say that is less than loving. Just stand in your power. Don't let it affect you. I'm also getting to, again, this is area of energies to adopt. I really see you trusting your opinion on the matter before other people's. So like I said before, maybe you're going to advice or seeking validation from others. You're really being asked to seek it from yourself and ask yourself first before going beyond yourself. And then next I have the Three of Cups. So the Three of Cups can really talk about community, it can talk about celebration, it can talk about empowerment, it can talk about, you know, just joy. And I can see that you've been through a lot lately, recently. And the Three of Cups is really saying to acknowledge that now is a time for celebration. Now is a time for gratitude. They're kind of like celebrating a harvest, you know? So celebrate everything that you've just gone through. The things you're releasing, the things you're maintaining, the things you're adopting, the things you're moving away from. Because not only do I see you leaving things that aren't fulfilling when it comes to external sources, but I also see you combating that ego on an internal level. And stepping into newfound self-confidence, newfound self-esteem, uncharted territories that you feel will bring you that Wheel of Fortune energy, that abundance, that alignment. So you're definitely being encouraged to step into a state of like celebrating, being celebratory, feeling that joy. I'm also getting that you, by standing in your power, let's say that I'm kind of picking up that like there's some friends or maybe close, you know, energies that you've now kind of released or changed the dynamic with. That by standing in your power, you'll attract others standing in their power. You know, again, just add to this feeling of empowerment. So one more card for energy to adopt. Okay. The Hanged Man, another major arcana. The Hanged Man can mean enlightenment, can be changing your perspective. And the way it's mirroring the Hierophant. Change your perspective on what being in your higher self could be. You know, something that's coming to my mind is to stay humble is not the same as staying small. So as you step into your power, as you feel more aligned and empowered, and you start to maybe put yourself in new environments that energetically align with yourself, that doesn't mean that you're being egotistical. Just because you're being big or you're feeling really full of yourself and really confident in yourself and really loving of yourself. Again, that might be part of what I talked about here with the Wheel of Fortune, of things, you know, new mindsets and new ideas feeling so foreign to you that they almost feel big. You can be humble, but you don't have to be small. You can still be big. And that's what I'm seeing with the mirroring of the Hanged Man and the Hierophant, to change possibly what your definition of that looks like. Just to gain different perspective and awareness around maybe what preconceived ideas you might have about being bigger in your power. Wow, wow. And again, that's energies to adopt. So let's get some advice for you. Just gonna leave it open to some advice for you. Judgment, another major arcana. Judgment is really just like answering that call. You're already there. You've been doing the work. You're probably aware of a lot of what I've been saying already. You just needed that validation, that confirmation, that one more step push forward, you know, whether it be through tarot readings or through yourself or synchronicities, meditation. But they're just saying, you know, answer that call, step into that. What else? Advice. Seven of Cups. You don't have to have it all figured out right now. If you're like answering the call to what? What does that look like? That's okay if you feel confused. And that's okay if you're like, well, what if I want to show up this way? Oh, that didn't feel good. What about this? It's kind of like that. Don't be scared to be seen trying. It's okay if you don't know what you look like yet. This is new for you, as you know, it will be new for everybody. So it's okay if that adds a little confusion, and it's okay if you feel abundant in the options that you have. Tarot card showing itself twice to me now. Just note that. Yeah, you got this. Oh, Fool. Wow, take that leap of faith. Major Arcana. First card in the deck. Just go for it. Just try. Don't think about what could go wrong. Don't think about who you were. Just stop thinking is kind of what I'm getting. Just step forward into it. Just go for it. You're so supported in this because you will gain the trust as you begin to, you know, Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant, like I talked about earlier, stepping into your higher self, letting your higher self guide you. Trust that you'll figure it out. Even if you don't have it figured out right now, just trust that you'll have it figured out and that you will figure it out. Ah, amazing. Amazing. Okay, let's see. Who is group 2? All right. If this is the deck that you picked, I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading. Group 2. 2 more shuffles. Okay, so again, this is a general collective reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But I'm going to do an energy to leave, energy to maintain, energy to adopt, and then advice coming into this new week. Ooh, one more shuffle, okay. Alrighty, so let's see what energy you are being asked to leave this week. Five of Pentacles. This could be feeling left out in the cold. This could feel, you know, feeling inadequate. For me, I'm really getting feeling like the victim. You're really being asked to step out of feeling like the victim. Okay, what else? And the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles she's almost like climbing up to the Five of Pentacles. This could specifically be a financial situation, doesn't have to be. It could just be that you feel like the energy that you're putting out isn't being reciprocated. Especially with the Queen of Pentacles, I have the feeling that you are, right when you feel grounded and abundant and good, instead of letting yourself have that, you step into that victim mentality. You start to self-sabotage. You start to do things that are out of alignment that in turn kind of change how your body reacts. You might start getting sick, feeling exhausted, feeling burnt out. It's almost like you won't let yourself have it. You get close enough, you see that it's possible, and then you're like, it's happening. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I mean, we're all guilty of it. This is no judgment. But I see you literally as you climb and you get closer to what it is that you're trying to achieve. Once you see that you're starting to achieve it and the ball gets rolling, you revert back. Okay, one more for energy to leave. Knight of Cups. Do you see that resistance in him? See how he's headed forward, but he's looking back? You're denying yourself opportunities. I'm hearing a lot of, I'll just do that next time. Like it could be something, I'll use the example of, you know, let's say that you're trying to get a job and people are talking about how they're opening their shop and they're looking for someone. You overhear it. And you're like, oh, that's an opportunity that I feel like I could take advantage of. I'm just going to go in my car and leave the situation. And then once you're in your car, you're like, man, next time, I'm going to take the opportunity. And I just see this happening in different ways and different versions over and over again. You're resisting yourself to be abundant. You're resisting your alignment. And that's okay. That happens. But this is again an energy you're being asked to leave. What if you just took one more step? It might even be that you start to see things happening at the pace that you want and moving towards what it is that you're trying to create or call in. And once it gets just close enough, you start to think so much bigger than the next step. And then it puts you in this victim mode of, well, I can't have this because of X, Y, and Z. And you're really being asked to, when you get in that sense, maybe just think of the next foot in front instead of, oh my gosh, it's really happening, which means this, and this. You're getting like so in your head, and it's preventing you to take opportunities because it's energetically draining you. Because not only have you accumulated energy and then put it towards what it is that you're trying to create, but once you start to create it, you revert that energy, and it's almost like it's a positive moving energy, and then you put it into the negative, and then it drains you, and then you start to miss out on opportunities, consciously and subconsciously, with and without awareness. Okay, let's see, energy to maintain. I do want to add, I'm also seeing that you don't feel like you have the confidence or the energy to push past this, and you do. Just again, think about those little steps forward. Maybe don't think so big about how to overcome the situation, just the next foot in front. Okay, energy to maintain, you did get the Two of Pentacles. So I do see with the Two of Pentacles, it is deciding where to put your energy, but also seeing, I feel like you're really working on your shadow self, shadow aspects of yourself, or just some behaviors or, things that you're trying to overcome. It could even be this, this like victimhood, this victimization that you're putting yourself in. Because I feel like you really are trying to, I don't even want to say be better, but maybe act in alignment is a better way to put it. And you're really trying to put that energy there. So I think that's good, because I really do see here that you are putting the energy and taking an honest, good look at yourself. An honest, good look at what you're trying to create. And an honest, good look at what's coming your way. So it's funny because they're saying it's so great that you have awareness, that you can see that the ball is rolling. You can see that everything is working. You can see the abundance. It's just the pivot that happens right after that moment. But they want you to continue to see the blessings, the abundance, the alignment, the things that you are producing. They want you to be aware of it. But instead of adding, once you come into that awareness, instead of having a fearful reaction, maybe a grateful reaction, a reaction full of gratitude. What else for energy to maintain? Ooh, Eight of Wands. You are moving quickly. You're like monitoring this energy. And right when, again, whether that awareness leads you to gratitude or to fear, it's quick. And then you quickly either sabotage and then you get right back on it and you're going. But I see the movement is quick. Constantly looking at yourself, constantly applying energy. It's just where you're applying that energy. One more card. Okay. King of Cups. So when you do see an opportunity and you do take that opportunity, you really do take it. Because you have the Knight of Cups here, but then you have the King of Cups here for energy to maintain. And as you can see, he has his heart on his chest. Like you're right there. You're so close. Some of you might have already left this, you know, feeling like the victim, or this is something that you're quickly coming out of. Because you're so aware of where you're putting your energy, and you're so aware of the outcome of where you put that energy. And it's so fast moving. If you decide sabotage, it's quick sabotage. If you decide abundance and alignment, it's quick abundance and alignment. And you're starting to, when you do feel in alignment and you do feel good and you are being that positive, you know, responsible, you have that responsible awareness. It's almost like you're creating your own opportunity with that. So you're really being asked to maintain that energy, keep the awareness, keep the pace, but make sure you're, you know, be very aware of where you're applying that energy, because right now your energy is moving very quickly. Okay, energy to adopt. Ooh, 5 of Swords. I feel like you're really starting to master your thoughts, and you're being asked to continue to master your thoughts. Let me get a clarifier for that 5 of Swords. Too many cards. Ooh, 10 of Wands. Okay, so an energy to maintain is just to watch the thoughts, to be aware of the thoughts, to accept the thoughts. However, to also pay attention to the physical reality. You can think you're not doing enough and you're not seeing the results. You can think that. When you really take a step back and you actually look at, you know, what it is that you've done, put energy towards, you're like, oh, it's actually a lot more than I realized, a lot more than I was giving credit to. And that's what you're being asked to adopt. That awareness is so great. It might just be a little mismatched for the amount of effort you're truly giving and how it's truly manifesting in your physical. Got the 9 of Wands. Yeah, just keep, they really are saying, you know, that perseverance. To keep pushing. Even if the momentum, like you have these quick spurts of momentum, and if the momentum starts to fall back, that doesn't mean that you're falling back. Just to trust the rhythm, trust the speeds, because you have 8, 9, 10 with the Wands. So you're so like, it's like right there. Just got to push through a little bit more, take that one more baby step forward. And then the Queen of Cups, you guys. You have the Knight, the King, and the Queen of Cups. Look at how much bigger her heart is than that King of Cups card. You can really have what it is that you feel that you want. And truly believing that. And being vulnerable with that. Sharing that. It's almost like wearing your heart on your sleeve, but a little like with a twist. Having grace with yourself as you continue to learn, you know, that 8, 9, 10 of that Wands, that movement of great, exciting, quick, ooh, it's kind of slowed down, I really have to persevere. It's almost like you're like running and then you start getting in like this water and the water gets deeper and you're being asked to keep going instead of, you know, sinking. Just keep like running through that water, even though it gets a little harder and there's a little resistance. I love my movements with it. I don't know if you needed that visual, but to keep going and to have grace with yourself. And it's okay if you feel like it's hard. It's okay if you're like, this is really uncomfortable. Because you know, even though it might feel uncomfortable, it might feel foreign, you know, if you continue to push, it's pushing you towards what it is that you truly want and desire. So it's not wasted effort. Okay, let's get some advice for you. Too many cards. Let's get some advice for this collective. Page of Wands. Take that inspired action. Again, even if it's a baby step, take it, take it, take it. Oh, Santa Muerte. Major arcana specific to this deck. It can be like that easy. The shift for you could be that easy. I feel like you're in the womb, you're about to burst, you're about to be birthed to this newer version of yourself, this new way of doing things. Trust that. Allow that. And even if, again, if it's just like one foot in front of the other, let's say that you're like, I want to be TikTok famous or whatever. I'm just using this as an example, bear with me. You're like, I need to be posting 10 videos a day. Let's say like I have the energy and I feel as though I can only post one video today, post it and celebrate that and see it and think that it's enough, because that one is better than none. And then the Nine of Pentacles. Don't feel burdened by your abundance. Don't let your alignment scare you. You really are capable of what it is that you're putting your energy toward, and it really can come forward in the way that you're expecting or working toward. But I almost feel like you're allowing it to overwhelm you. So just asking to, it's okay if you feel overwhelmed, but just keep moving forward. That is an amazing reading. You got this. Baby steps are still steps forward. Okay. Group 3. And like I said, I do an energy to leave, energy to maintain, energy to adopt, and then I will do advice for what you're going through. Okay. Energy to leave. Strength is showing itself. It didn't fall out. We'll just keep that in mind. Energy to leave for group 3. Yeah, I feel like that's a keeper. 7 of Pentacles. Okay. 7 of Pentacles typically means like planting the seeds and then it coming to fruition. Oh. So when this is coming in to the position to, okay, the Strength card already showed itself. This is going to be a good one. I mean, they're all good. It's just, I feel like you feel like you're content with where you're at. You're content with the energy you're giving. This is an energy to leave. This is an energy to me in this deck specifically that's actually pretty abundant. It's like you've planted the seeds and now you're getting what you planted. Let's get some more. Okay, Sun card is showing. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Energy to leave. Are you playing small? 5 of Cups. I'm really getting the energy that you've done stuff or put energy toward things that have made you feel good and made you feel accomplished. And I feel like you're almost like, okay, this is safe, I'm good. I did it, okay, we're good, I'm done. I feel like, especially with the 5 of Cups, typically this talks about, crying over spilled milk, focusing on the negative instead of the positive. I feel like it's, for me, what I'm getting from this card in this placement is you're in such a state of reflection of what went wrong and what went right, went wrong and went right, that you're like at a halt. Let's get one more for energy to leave. And I feel like too many cards. I feel like you're almost having a state of reflection of like, man, look at how much I've changed. I used to be this A, B, and C. I used to do X, Y, and Z. And you're missing out on what you've actually created already. And it, again, I'm just hearing like it's bringing you to a halt. Energy to leave. One more card. Too many. You do not want to speak to me today. Okay. Four of Pentacles. You're holding on tight to that energy right now. I feel like not only are you potentially playing safe, but you're not acknowledging what you've just accomplished. And you're hesitant to keep moving forward. I almost am feeling this like, is it too good to be true? I wish that was my energy to leave. You're playing small as the energy to leave. That's amazing. But I do see this, you're wanting to hold on to your energy. This could be even like you're scared to invest more energy into something because now you feel that there's more at stake. And that's the energy you're being asked to leave. Okay, so let's see the energy you're being asked to maintain. Too many cards. Whoa, 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 whoa. Give it one good shuffle. Energy to maintain. Okay, Two of Swords. You're not being, what's the word I'm looking for? You're not acting on impulse, which is good. I can see you going back and forth with this, this fear potentially, but you're not making any rash decisions, which is good. This is again placement of what to maintain. There might be some things I could see here that there's a resistance between moving forward and investing energy in a certain way because it's really good right now and you have this fear of like messing it up. But you're doing a really good job at like weighing the options, seeing things for as they are, not making any rash decisions. And you're being asked to maintain that energy. You're really taking an honest look at the environment and the energy, which is amazing. Energy to maintain. Let's get two more cards on it. I'll take them one at a time. Okay, Justice. Major Arcana. First one out. It's very much about the energy you give is the energy you're getting. Yeah, I feel like this is almost kind of, I don't want to say business related, could be career, could be in a relationship. But it's very much, you're weighing the options and you're being honest with yourself that, hey, you know what, I might not be ready to take the next step forward, and that's fair. But don't let it be out of fear, and don't let it be out of distrust or lack of confidence for yourself, because you've already made it this far. And you're really being asked to remember that you've already made it this far. You're really grounded. You're really balanced. You feel in control of your situation, which is amazing, but you might feel a little too responsible to where you feel like one wrong move and it's all going to come crumbling down, and that's not the case. You do feel grounded. I feel like you're really leading with your gut right now too, as well as your mind. It's like head and heart are very level. Head, heart, gut are very, they're very much working together right now. One more card for energy to maintain. one more card for energy to maintain. Ooh, an ace, the Ace of Cups. You're really taking care of yourself. You're feeling optimistic. You're really weighing your options when it comes to opportunities. I feel like this group specifically, there's like a tower showing itself at the bottom. There must be something going on to where you're like, do I keep going? Can I do this? Am I capable? Do I invest my energy, time, money into something? But I feel like you're really grounded and you're really weighing it out and you're taking your time. So energy to maintain, absolutely. This could be a relationship, this could be business, could be anything. Wow, I love that. Okay, energy to adopt. Yeah, don't be scared to look at, I feel like you're doing a good job at looking at everything. Don't be scared to look at like all the details, to take that responsibility. Just don't be scared to move forward either. Like, don't keep yourself small. It's almost like I feel like you're like, Queen of Pentacles is showing herself. Because you are capable and you can step into this like higher role that you're being asked to step into. This higher authority, this higher responsibility. Energy to adopt. Tower did show itself. It's not coming out. Energy to adopt. One card. I'll take it one at a time. Okay, Queen of Cups. It's safe to expand on opportunities because you did have this Ace of Cups here and now she's holding that Ace of Cups. It's okay to feel good about it. It's okay to celebrate. It's okay to lead with joy. And it's okay if this decision is based off an emotional feeling, or this investment or this energy that you're moving forward is based in emotion. It's safe to do that because you're smart enough or you're grounded enough to weigh all the options, that if it was an emotional response, it's not like a spontaneous or impulsive emotional response. You're very, very grounded. It's okay to continue to follow your heart, follow that dream, follow that gut feeling. It's safe to do that. Okay, what else for energy to adopt? Are you guys like a slow-moving, stubborn group? Because the other groups, the cards are just coming out so easily. In this group, it's like the stubborn, flipping, back and forth energy. Trying to speed things along, and right as I say that, the Chariot shows itself. Energy to adopt. See how these cards are just flipping but not falling out? Okay, wow. Trusting in yourself is what I'm getting with the Two of Cups. This can mean love, can mean union, can mean coming together. I feel like it's in this placement with this reading as the energy lies. The message I'm getting from this card with the Two of Cups when it comes to an energy to adopt is trusting into that feeling, aligning into that feeling, feeling good about this feeling, about these opportunities, about the things that you have created and will continue to create, to unionize or work with the energy that is present, that has been present with you this whole time, to really step into that and to trust it. One more for energy to adopt. Too many cards. It's okay to release that resistance as well. This might have been something that's been in your space for a while. Okay. Energy to adopt. Oh, King of Coins. With the Queen of Cups, it's safe to feel emotionally abundant as well as physically abundant, and to align to what makes you feel that way. This could be what you guys are bringing into union, the physical and emotional, in an abundant way, in a strong way. That's what you're really being asked, is to like let yourself continue to be abundant. And as you can see here again, like she's holding on to that coin, he's holding on to that coin. And it's okay to put these coins down to create more coins. I'm getting something about investment, which is so interesting because this is not, you know, intended to be a career reading. Doesn't even have to be career. It's just like investing in yourself, investing in a dream, investing in something that you now have. It's showed that it's working. It's just like this resistance to keep moving forward, especially since it's more led by emotion. I feel like typically you make your decisions through your mental versus your emotional. Your mental state versus your emotional state. Okay, let's get some advice for you. Okay, Lovers is showing itself, didn't come out. Energy that is advice. What advice do you have in this state? Let's see, again, great energy though. Okay, 3 of Swords. It's okay if you've been loyal to an idea or loyal to something. If this investment is kind of like a pivot away from what you were expecting, or a pivot away a pivot in a direction that maybe isn't in alignment with what you feel is producing the best results. Maybe you have a way of doing things and it's going great, but you just feel like you should change it or do something different. It's okay to dismiss that loyalty and to head in what you feel is going to be more abundant. You're not going to mess it up. It's a great opportunity. You really have looked over everything. You really got to trust yourself right now. Okay, Chariot came out as a major arcana. Actually, second major arcana so far. You know, there's duality to so many things and to life, and it really talks about, like I already said, you really do see like the black and white, the pros and cons. Now it's time to accept those pros and cons, get in that chariot, and move forward. And, ooh, okay, only need one more card. Some advice. One more card for that advice, please. Let's see. And I would pull a quick oracle message for you guys at the end. One more card. Oh my gosh, this energy. You were a little slow moving in making this decision, huh? That's okay. Take your time. There's no rush. What is yours will be yours in the time it's supposed to be. Wow, okay. Can I get one more? Is that the message? I'll get 3 more shuffles. I'm looking for one more card of advice. So shuffle number 2. One more card. Okay. Okay. 2 more cards. I'll take them. You got the Moon, which is a major arcana, and then you got these 6 of Swords. So you're driving the ship, you know. You're in control of how this goes. And this transition, even though it might be uncomfortable, you know, it's bringing up some stuff for you. Why are you feeling uncomfortable? Why do you have resistance against following that emotional feeling? What are you scared that you're going to lose? You know, what are the true pros and cons? There's a lot below the surface, and the advice is to kind of take a look at that. And it's okay to feel those things. But you really decide, like, you can make the decision, and then if you have this fear around it, this anxiety around it, you know, feel grounded and feel confident in the decision that you're making is the advice here. Because you could definitely make this decision, it feels really good for you and it feels aligned, and then you're left feeling more anxiety than you had trying to make the decision. So once you truly commit and once you really step into this decision, you're being asked to honor it and to fully step into it and to trust it. And to, you know, you can monitor these thoughts of uncomfortability that might come up, but truly, I'm hearing like you are the captain. So you decide which thoughts you pick up. Amazing. Wow. Okay, so I have finished all of your collective readings. If one reading, if there's two piles that you felt drawn to, feel free to go back and to listen to the second reading that you felt like resonated with you. I hope it resonated. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I would love to hear how you guys felt about this way of reading and if it resonated with you. And if any insights or synchronicities come through, I'd love for you to share in the comments. You never know what message will stick out to someone else and just help those that need the message. We all are messengers here. I'm just going to take 3 small little messages from the Inquire Within deck, one of my favorite most simple oracle decks. And this is going to be for everybody. Okay, so 3 little messages for the collective that have tuned in and listened to my video today. Plant a seed and wait. And I'll leave these up to your interpretation. I'm going to give my 2 cents, but just listen to what you feel. Plant a seed and wait. 2 more cards. 2 more cards. Woo! Take a field trip. This doesn't always mean physically. Plant a seed and wait, and then take a field trip, and then when you least expect it. Wow. For me, this really just talks about, put the energy in, you leave the energy, see what it brings you. It's okay to release expectations and just trust. Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me for these collective readings. I am planning on doing this on a weekly basis. Again, save, share, subscribe. It really helps out my channel, helps these messages get to those who need them. If I resonated with you, beautiful. I'm so happy to have you here and to be connecting with you. So again, thank you for taking the time, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.